10 years of mountain streams had flowed under this previously neglected house, when finally bespoke designer Louise Alexandra was asked to breathe new life into it.
Hello, gorgeous. Wow.
Welcome
home.
Thank you.
She had a simple agreement with her distinguished, jet-setting European-based client. If he promised to leave her to it, she'd meet his deadline. No ifs, ands or buts.
This was not your average challenge. My brief was simply, you've got carte blanche, make it beautiful, make me want to come home. I was left with two very interesting artifacts, these wooden horses over here, and I had to actually construct a house around them. They are once-off unique, beautiful pieces from Zurich. The client brought them into the country about 20 years ago.
I love them.
They are comfortable. You're not the first person to try and take a ride. As far as the rest of the furniture is concerned, I specifically didn't want to position it conventionally. You know, it's not the 80s any longer. We will all sit down with the perfect hostess, glass in her hand. By moving things around, we encourage people to mingle, mix with one another, get to know one another, have a drink, look at a vintage book. Adults also want to play. They get bored. They're like kids.
So is that why the furniture is laid the way it is?
You actually divide a room into certain areas by using ceiling detail or carpet detail. In this instance, we used both. And the room had quite a strange layout, hence us being forced to work with a carpet detail. So we created a long carpet, which is this is section A, a smaller carpet at the bar, which means over there you can sit or help yourself to drinks, and then a private reading area. And just by adding a slightly unconventional texture and layout, we've got an interesting room.
Instead of extending the entertainment deck, Louise suggested the focus be turned to revamping the existing elements. The planters ensure it's lush without being predictable.
Well, we all want an entertainment deck. That's not that difficult to achieve, but to have a place of calm tranquility that you can really unwind when you travel extensively. We've included the LEDs, we've put some tropical plants, we've got calm chaise lounges, we've got beautiful entertainment lighting at night, and ultimately the view is the hero. So we just sort of worked around it.
I don't think I can come here again without just lounging by this pool. It's so inviting. I should have brought my bikini.
Oh, we better be prepared next time. Let's go.
A luxurious holiday home with a bit of a nautical feel is what they were after. And the foyer shows some of the practical additions to achieve this.
This area I love because you almost get a sense that you're on a super yacht.
Oh, thank heavens you get it. It's perfect, Jeannie. What we wanted, at your first port of call, you could actually feel that you were in Cape Town. It was a cruise liner or an ocean liner. We had an incredibly flat mirrored wall here, which was slightly porn star, not to theme. So we've curved it. We've used the application of wallpaper, creating a sort of a nautical theme with the soft curve.
Oh, that is fantastic. What a good cheese.
Simple, easy to do, and then incorporating the navy, the sort of nautical navy, just to give you that holistic holiday feel.
And the captain of the ship can follow the stars.
Lighting is absolutely key. It gives you an atmosphere, your sense of smell.
Candles.
A little bit of body butter.
Oh, how brilliant. Oh, it smells heavenly.
From up here, you could be on the bridge of a cruise liner, though Louise has managed to create a comfortable Hamptons bungalow feel.
Jeannie, 3 guesses which nationality the client is. He's got a serious precision temperament. Now, Jeannie, there's no reason why we have to choose a boring old carpet if you can have a bespoke item made which really fits the theme. In this case, a kind of a Saint-Tropez shack. We continue the nautical navy and white, bring you into the sunroom, and hence the flow onto the pool deck. Even the big screen has got that tongue and groove.
This is a family home to 3 very unique daughters. A safari lover, business school fashionista, and the family's blonde ambition and aspirant journalist got the Versailles room.
Now this makes a bed that you want to sleep in. It's these fabrics. It's so regal and rich. I love it.
Yeah, a bed is all about texture and style. If you think about it, a bed is the biggest style item in the room. What have we all been doing for years? We've been ignoring it, running circles around it.
Yeah.
So the minute you add texture, a minimum of 3 layers on the bed, it makes you want to jump into it at night. Isn't that what it's all about?
Definitely. I love busy beds.
If you ask me how we came up with the theme of this room, my client inherited from his great-grandfather this cupboard, which drove me absolutely dilly. It went orange, and we tried dark, then we lime-washed it, and eventually it wanted to be a European, Austrian-style wardrobe. We attuned it to the old gold and the washed-out naked nude tones, and transferred that look onto the bedroom.
But this old gold is such a winner for me. I love it.
If you look at the walls, we also techniqued our wall mouldings, added some beveled silver mirror, and that makes it look more palatial and sort of almost boutique hotel style-like.
It is royal.
With both a law degree and a building diploma in her back pocket, Louise readily gets her hands dirty. After weeks of outdoor structural work in a cold, wet winter, the designing of super comfy soft furnishings indoors was a welcome treat.
This is our sort of masculine Earl Jones room in the house. So we've created a totally neutral palette, but with all the softs and the textures, some fatigue leather, some faux fur. This, at the end of the day, is what makes people late for work, which is what we set out to do.
I wouldn't go to work if this was my bed.
Which is exactly the right response.
That wooden detail is just gorgeous.
This is an original Louis headboard, and we've elected to keep it in the same natural colour rather than techniquing it. This whole room is about authentic and the real deal. If you look at the table next to the bed, it's got Carrara Bianca marble, which is the dream. Everyone loves a bit of classic marble, and all the style items, the Panama books, the gifting, the diffusers, it all lends itself to masculine or feminine taste levels. The chair over there is an antique design, which actually squats, so it holds your body and you can fall asleep in it. And it's perched on what we call a zebra stencil hide. It doesn't have bullet holes or tails or history about it. It's actually an Nguni hide that we take and we stamp a zebra's shape onto it. So it gives you a sort of South African safari feel without much ado, without any sort of odours and stains.
On handover day, one of the daughters commented that she'd never seen Dad dumbfounded. That, and the fact that the entire family congregated for the first time in 10 years at the house, meant mission accomplished.
You know, Judy, at the end of the day, it's not really about cost. The ultimate in luxury is having a home that warms you when you come home at night. It's total, bespoke understanding of who the person is that lives in that house. It's a bit like having an international handmade chocolate and enjoying it in South Africa, and hopefully that's what we've created. So cheers.
Cheers.